Sega!
What is going on, YouTube? We are the SpiffyNeedleGeeks, and welcome to the next Let's Play on our channel, Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Yeah, for those of you who don't give a shit about the storybook series and want some more classic Sonic goodness.
If they want classic Sonic goodness, they should go back to the other games.
This is, even though it's technically made today, it's supposed to be more in lines with the classic games. I mean, that's why it's called Sonic 4.
And it's actually funny I say that, because this is the only classic quote-unquote game that I've ever actually beaten. I've never actually been able to beat the other classic games.
Oh, really?
Wait, dude, you were missing one Chaos Emerald in that last save file. What's wrong with you?
To be fair, I haven't played this game in a while, but as you guys can hear, I do have everyone else from the SpiffyNeedleGeeks here with me. I have RoushutsuRises. I have RawFan1 on Twit.
So,
and I have Super Sonic 47.
I am only RawFan1 on Twit when I'm on Twitch.
I know. I meant RawFan1. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started, shall we?
Alright.
Notice how Russell wants us all together for his Let's Play.
I'm sorry.
But he can't be bothered to show up for
I'm
ours.
sorry.
Okay, so which version are you playing? Like, which console?
I am playing the one on the Nintendo Wii.
Okay.
So quality might not seem as good as the one on the 360 or PS3. Music quality might seem a little bit different, but it's still Sonic 4 all the same. Like, really nothing except for the quality and everything else is like just relatively unchanged in this version of Sonic 4.
Unless you're playing the iPhone version.
Well, yeah, the iPhone version.
In which place you're playing the beta version of Sonic.
Yeah, really. But other than that, just breezing through Splash Hill Zone.
Yeah.
Also, walking up those hills when previously you only should be able to just spin dash up them, but nope, you can just walk up them.
Oh, right. Like, that was one critical thing about Sonic 4 Episode 1 that a lot of people either joked about or had a serious problem with. The physics in this game is real messed up.
Yeah,
really? It's like you get a ridiculous amount of momentum with very little effort. And I think that's where, like, some people, take issue with it. For the most part, I didn't take issue too much with the momentum. There are times, though, that I took issue with the fact that Sonic goes out of his little ball. Because I can't tell you how many times in later levels that, I'll be rolling up a hill, he goes out of the ball, and then I end up hitting something because you're left wide open.
Right.
Because the physics aren't like how they were in the previous games. Because this game was not programmed by Yuji Naka, for one, and he was the genius programmer. So the physics aren't based like how they normally would be. Whereas in the classic Sonic games, you can roll into a ball, and if you go down a slip, if you go down a slope, you pick up speed, and then for like certain ramp areas, you can constantly keep picking up speed by going back and forth in these ramps. You can't do that in this game. Eventually, momentum will just say fuck you, and will just stop by itself.
Well, I mean, the momentum is still in this game. It's just kind of hard to pick up. I will say this, though, like, in its sequel, Sonic 4 Episode 2, they did fix a lot of the stuff with the physics.
I've yet to play that one, actually.
Oh, you haven't played Sonic 4 Episode 2 yet?
Well, I think because when it came out, it wasn't for the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii did not get Episode 2.
Alright, that's
right. I didn't have a Wii at that time. I could get it now, technically, if I wanted to, but I just don't feel the need.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's the end of Splash Hill Act 1, as well as us getting the first Chaos Emerald.
Huzzah!
Yeah, which we, totally didn't even talk about.
Yeah, special stages, they actually play out like they do in the old classic Sonic games. More specifically, Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
Except for the fact that now they have a time limit.
Well, beside that, there's one other crucial difference. In Sonic 1, with those special stages, you controlled Sonic, and in this special stages, you control the level.
Right.
Yeah, you control the level. There's a time limit. There's gates where you need to collect a certain amount of rings in order to progress. So, I mean, it is loosely based off of Sonic 1, but they did add a lot of things to make it a little bit more challenging.
Right. Like time constraints, just the design of the special stages this time around. But yeah, here we are at Splash Hill Act 2.
Yeah, much more reminiscent of Emerald Hill and Sonic 2.
Right.
Also, you didn't immediately fly off the vines when you hit them. You're the worst speedrunner ever.
Well, I'm not trying to speedrun this, obviously.
But you're Sonic, you have to go fast.
Anyway.
And also, if you've noticed, the little red targets that appear on enemies, you click the jump button, you homing attack on them.
That's an obvious change from the previous games where Sonic gains his homing attack in this one.
Yeah.
And with that, Act 2 is finished, and we go into the next special stage.
Also, unlike the other classic games, Sonic's eyes are green.
Oh, right.
And
Oh,
not
God.
pixelated.
Yeah, do we even want to begin talking about like the fan retards that were happening with this release?
Why are your eyes all green?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, when Sega initially announced this game, unfortunately a lot of people were being, I apologize if you don't like the term, a lot of people were being, fucking retards about this.
Sonic tards, as it were.
No,
That's
I mean,
true.
they were, that's like, there was a guy, I forgot his name, but this guy makes
He
like,
wore diapers and talked to a Sonic doll.
it's like he made this freaking rant about, the fact that, this is not the Sonic 4 that we quote-unquote deserve and everything, because it's not the old design, and the old design, he was short and he had little beady black eyes, but this is green eyes Sonic, so it's not gonna work, and
I still have to wonder why.
That kind of helped start the whole green eyes Sonic is bad meme that, took off a couple of years ago. It was pretty much because of fans reacting to this game.
I have to wonder though why people are only upset about Sonic changing, design over the years. So many I can't think of a single goddamn character, even the simplest of characters, who haven't changed in design over the years as they've been in more and more games. Every character changes in design. Why is Sonic the only one getting shit about it?
I have no idea, BJ.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we are part of the fan base. We know that our fan base is insane.
This whole channel started, and we only met because of this fucking hedgehog.
Oh, yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess a little fun fact.
Admit that
Yeah.
this fan base is batshit insane sometimes.
Yeah, I guess a little fun fact for you guys that didn't already know, since we did talk about this at one point, but the reason we all met, and even part of the reason we came up with this name for our channel, is because of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, Sonic was the, yeah, I know, I'm just saying, like, that is, like, the general reason.
There's no reason to repeat me that.
I'm just saying. It's just something that takes no one.
The needle part in our group channel name comes from the Needle Mouse song.
Project Needle Mouse.
Oh, right, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that was what Sonic 4 was called.
I forgot.
It was called Project Needle Mouse,
Yeah,
and then, when it was in development,
I
and then
forgot that
it was
under
officially
that
given the name.
Where do you think? Where the hell else do you think our name came from?
No, I knew the needle part came from Sonic the Hedgehog. I forgot that Project Needle Mouse was the name of the thing before Sonic 4.
Well,
yeah,
I think even
that was the
I think
project
even
name
back,
for Sonic 4.
well, I think even back as far as Sonic 1, when you want to talk about when Sega was first developing the character and everything, I think before they were trying to decide the mascot and what animal we're gonna use and everything, and it was before he became officially known as Sonic the Hedgehog. A possible name he was going to be, if I recall correctly from reading on Sonic Wikis, I think at some point he was considered to be known as Mr. Needle Mouse, but that ended up being changed to Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all right.
So that was why when we first heard of Project Needle Mouse, this was what got a lot of people super excited, because it was such a throwback to something so early.
Right.
And then so many people, had a shit when the trailer was announced. People were even trying to, send and write petitions to change it. And then the game came out and everybody bought it anyway. So it was all of that for fucking nothing.
I remember there was specifically going to be people wanted to try to boycott this game by buying Sonic 1 instead. It's okay, just keep giving them your money.
Yeah, it's
we want
giving
Sonic
Sega
in
their
HD,
money.
not in Sonic Rush HD.
Yeah, I was there was a lot of insanity with this game. But then the game came out and that people bought it anyway. And yeah, it turned out to not be all that bad. It was not this travesty that people were hyping it up to be.
It really isn't. I'll openly say that this is one of the, in terms of the classic era, so to speak, this is definitely a really good game. Same goes for episode 2. Now, this special stage was kind of out there for me. Like, this is one of the special stages where time
You
constraints
really
are
should
a
be talking
big
about the
issue.
special stage during the special stage, Russell.
Well, why not? Anyway. What's funny?
I'm sorry, I just love your banter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, a boss.
Anyway, boss time.
Or a boss logo, I should
Yeah.
say.
Now,
So
fun
pretty much like
fact
in the
about...
classic games,
real
go
quick.
through a couple of zones and then it's a boss.
Right, now, real quick, fun fact about this part, or this boss music in Sonic 4 Episode 1.
There's the boss.
This song that you guys are hearing right now was actually the beta song for the boss theme for Sonic 3D Blast on the Genesis.
And I'm not really fond of it, to be honest.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I know a
Yeah,
lot of people like really wonder why does the song sound like this. Yeah, the truth was that first half of the song actually did come from a beta of Sonic 3D Blast.
I mean, it's like the first part of the song. It doesn't sound like this kind of music you expect to hear from a boss battle. But it's up until like the second phase. It's like, okay, now the music's fitting.
Right.
Yeah, like certainly from the classic era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I did
for
like the
boss.
massive throwback to the Sonic 1 boss.
Right.
That they did here.
Well, anyway, that's it for the boss. That's it for Splash Hill Zone, and that is it for the first part of Sonic 4 Episode 1. Tune in next time on SpiffyNeedleGeeks as we go through Episode 2. Till next time.